Okay, welcome to another Boostly tutorial video. My name is Mark Simpson. I am the founder of Boostly, and today I am going to walk you through how to get the most out of booking.com. Now, this is a video which will go alongside the blog that is on the Boostly website. If you want to go and read that, you just simply go to boostly.co.uk, how to get the most out of booking.com, or if you just Google search Boostly, booking.com, and it's the first one that appears in the search engine. So we're going to cover everything that I spoke about in this blog. This is by far one of the most popular things that I have written for the website. It gets a lot of people visiting it, so I thought I'd do a video to accompany it, and we're just going to go over every point that I touched on there and to show you some other cool little tips and tricks as well. So as we all know, and as I mentioned right at the very top here, why booking.com? It is the most popular online travel agent, or OTA, in the UK. A third of all our leisure travellers will use this website to book a hotel, which is crazy. One in every three booking. So, think about it right now. Your property that you have, say that you're a 10-bedroom guest house or B&B or hotel, at least three people staying in your property right now will have come to you via booking.com. So it's really important that if you want your property to be a success, if you want to get those heads on beds, if you want to be visible on the biggest and most powerful marketing channel there is right now in the UK, you have to pay attention to booking.com. It is a necessary evil. I know they have their downfalls. I know that they have their shortcomings, but quite simply, if you're not on here, then you're missing out. And the reason why so many people and so many hoteliers and guest house owners and holiday cottage owners have such a bad experience with booking.com is that they fail to do the simple things right at setup. And by doing that, and by not keeping it updated, it's where the problems happen. And it's not your fault. It's purely and simply that nobody's ever been there to show you how to do it. And this is why I started up Boostly, is just to show you how to do the internet right, so it stops all these mishaps and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So I'm going to walk you through a few things. I would love to get your feedback after the end of it, so please message me, or you can email mark@boostly.co.uk, and Boostly is Boostly. Alright, let's get started. So this is the page. I'm going to use my property as an example. This is the Granary farm stay in Scarborough. Now, I always find that it is really important that whenever you're doing anything, whether it's a website or a listing site like here, you always go and see what the guest is going to go see on the front end. So as you can see, the first thing that they see when they come onto your page, so they've gone through the search, or they've found this property, and the first thing they see is obviously the reviews. They see the pictures. The reviews and pictures are the first thing that they see. So this is why I touch in the blog that the most important thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that your first 6 images are your key images. So what do I mean by key images? So the first one has to be your unique selling point. So it's why people should come and stay with you. At this point, you can't show words. You can't write some really catchy copy about why your place is the place for them, or you got to match their needs to what you can provide. It's all done in the pictures and the photos. So obviously the granary is a farm stay property. So the first picture that I want in there is of the farm, and this picture here has always gone down well. I mean, it's a couple of years old now, but it has always gone down well because it stands out and it is eye-catching. So you've got the Highland cow right in the forefront of the picture, you've got the lake, and then you've got the building behind it. Like I say, it's a couple of years old now. It's even missing the conservatory on the front, but it's eye-catching. People don't really pay attention to what's in the background. They pay attention to what's in the front. The second picture, is always good to be a room picture, because at the end of the day, it is what people are going to be doing at your place. They're going to be sleeping. So have a nice picture. Try and get your favorite one. This is my personal favorite room picture. Nice, bright. It's one of our newly decorated rooms, so I put that one in there, and again, it works really well. Third and fourth and fifth and sixth, it's really up to you. It's always good to get a dining room or a breakfast room shot in there. If you do food, it's always good to get a bit of food in there, or just keep focusing on what your unique selling points is. If you want to do more exterior images, great. If you've got a fantastic view, showcase that. If your breakfast is you're really proud of your breakfast and you've won an award for it, for example, then showcase that. But for me it was just all about showing a few different bits and bobs of what we do here. And again, I never really stick, I do like to change around images. So once every say quarter, I will go and change the room images up a lot. So I'll just show you where you can do that. So if you go to your back office, so this is the extranet, this is where you log in. You will be going to property and photos, and the pictures here will come up. So I've had this one here for a while now. I want to change it, so all I got to do is just drag it away. So that's that. So I want to maybe take in this other room picture. I really like this one, is really cool. So I'll just drag this and I'll drag that down there. So then we've got a couple of nice room pictures, and then we've got a dining room shot. I don't want the dining room shot, I really want to have the picture of the pond. So we'll go view, room, room, and then let's have a cool one of the Highland cow. Or this shows you how close you can get to the animals, and then we'll finish off with a nice little bathroom shot. So it's just easily drop and dragging. Now here's a big tip: whenever you add new photos, they automatically appear here. So just make a note that whatever photos you add will automatically appear here. So make sure that once you've done it, drag your favorite 6 to the top, which is absolutely key. What I do recommend, as always, and I have written about this a lot of times, is get new room pictures. You don't have to get all of them at once. Just get new room photos and just get a professional to do it. It just makes life so much easier. You can tell which pictures I've done on my phone to which one has been done by a professional. So that's my advice, would be just to make sure that when you do get pictures of your property, get a professional to do it, because you can instantly tell the difference between the ones that a professional's done and the ones that you've done on your iPhone or Samsung phone. Okay, let me just drag this up a little bit. So that's how you do the pictures, first and foremost. So once you've sorted that, you hit the refresh button here, and it should happen automatically. So it starts off and it's just a scrolling sidebar, so it'll just keep moving across. Alright, so that's pictures. Next up on the list, as you can see here, so we talk about it on here, photos and description and reviews. Now the next thing that everybody sees apart from pictures is the reviews. So if someone clicks onto here, they come up with this section. So all of your guest feedback will appear in this section. You want to be aiming for anything north of 9 plus will showcase you more in search results. Obviously from here people will go in and you can choose your favorite one. For example, I think booking.com chooses the most accurate one, which is always cool. But then people can filter it down on Wi-Fi, price, facilities, views, etc. And you've got all of this. Now the most important thing, just like TripAdvisor, is that when you have reviews on booking.com, you need to respond to everyone. It doesn't matter whether it's bad or good, just give a response. This is what the guest is looking for, especially on these really poor 3 to 5, 1 to 3 star reviews. They are looking for guests that are responding. Now, you don't have to do it every single day. I block off an hour a month. I used to do like 20 minutes every week, but you can do a batch of them, and it's a lot easier doing a batch than having to do it every single time. But as you can see here, every single one is getting a response to, which is really, really important, because it's what the guest is looking for. Because I think it was 83% of all room bookings comes after checking a review of a property. So people love to see management and the property looking at what the guests are saying about them. So that's really, really important. Another important factor is this description. A guest does get to read it, and you do get to amend it. It's all done in the back end. Now, the annoying thing is that you have to wait for booking.com to accept the changes, but it's here. But you do get a chance to write a little bit more about your property. If you don't, they will just do the standard text, but you do get a chance to write a little bit more about the property. So make sure you're getting in the first sentence, 2 sentences, what exactly you're about. So setting the idyllic North Yorkshire moors, the granary offers 4-star accommodation with beautiful countryside views. The farm is set in a 200 acres of open countryside in Howardale and has its own wildlife and numerous scenic walks. Now, if you fail or if you struggle with this, pick up the phone and speak to booking.com. They will assist you on it. Just like anything, you have to wait for it to be accepted, but this is important. This first bit of text here is a massive part of why we get so many room bookings. It just matches with the pictures, matches with the property, and obviously when someone comes onto this page, they know exactly what they're getting. Next up, let me do an example of a search. So we're going to do the 9th and to the 11th. We're going to do 2 adults. Now with booking.com, and if you use it, you will know this. You get to offer standard rate and you get to offer non-refundable rate. So basically what are the two? So the standard rate is what your price that you offer to booking.com is. So for 2 nights in one of our double rooms with a countryside view, you get it for £86 a night, which is £172. They get to cancel any day 3 days before arrival, no prepayment, you pay the property, and they get breakfast included. Great. Now the problem is, as you know and I know, you get a lot of guests who will book this and then not turn up. Or they will try and cancel with like 4 or 5 days to go, and it is very hard to get another booking. So what booking.com give you the ability to do, and I know Expedia do this and everybody does this as well, is that they allow you, or they let you offer a non-refundable rate. So for the guest, it's good because, as you can see, they're getting I think it's a 5 or 10% discount. But for you, the hotelier, that is a guaranteed booking. Doesn't matter if they cancel 5 days before arrival, 10 days before arrival, or in 40 hours, they try and cancel in 40 hours time. When they book that, they fully understand that is their price, and that is what that is the booking that they're going to have, which is also good because you can take that monies as soon as possible. So as soon as that booking comes in, you can take that. So that is money in the bank straight away. And if you've got your systems in place, and if you've got your channel manager set up right, if you've got your property management system set up, if you've got your online payment set up, then this is a streamlined process. If you've got the correct booking engine, and the one that I'm creating at Boostly, what I'm doing is setting automatic tools. So as soon as a non-refundable booking comes in from booking.com, the system will automatically charge that amount to the card. And if the card comes back declined, the guest gets the email automatically saying your card details have been declined. Please email or call us directly to pay within 4 hours or your room booking is cancelled. And that will all go back to booking.com as well, so you don't break their protocols. It's all done fine, which is great. So I really recommend for your property adding in a non-refundable rate. Yes, you've got to do a 10% discount, and I know that you're thinking right now, that's 25% is going to booking.com, but it's a guaranteed booking, it's guaranteed money in. If they don't turn up, you've still got the money in. 75% of something is better than 0% of nothing, especially when you're going to be looking, like I say, to October, November, December, January, February, March. In the summer months, July and August, turn it off. You don't need it because you're going to get the bookings regardless. And if somebody cancels 3 days before arrival in the middle of August, where we are right now, there's a very good chance you're going to pick up that room booking because it's August and because people are just looking to go on holiday, and it's just a lot chance. But in the slower season, or the shoulder season as we call it, definitely get a non-refundable in. If that's a bit confusing, please contact me after and I'm more than happy to walk you through it. So we've gone through non-refundable rate, we've gone through pictures and descriptions. Let's now talk about special offers. Now, special offers work well if you need to really get heads on beds. If you're more concerned about getting the quality of guest instead of the just getting heads on beds, don't worry about this. But if you just need to get heads on beds, you need to fill up your property, say you've got rooms that you just need to get sold, get in the promotion section, purely and simply, and you can set a rate, a special offer that will go off to booking.com guests. It will go out on the emails, it will go out on the newsletters. You can do rooms that are going to be last minute. You can do early room bookings. It's something that will really help just get the name out there. An example, what we've done here, we've done early bird for October. I believe this, let's say here. So you set the date up, and let's add one in now so I can walk you through the whole process. So you get to name your promotion. You could just call it November. So basically, you can choose from basic deal, last minute, early booker, deal of the day. Deal of the day, it means that I've got a limited availability, a limited visibility, because it's all about getting the deal of the day. Early booker speaks for itself, last minute speaks for itself. This is a newer one, 3 nights. So basically stay 2 nights, get 1 night free. I'm never really a big fan of that. I prefer to do 2 of these, but if you wanted to experiment, you can do. But a good one to start with, because it's going to be in November, is early bookers. So you say, how early can guests book this accommodation? So guests can book this promotion 30 days before check-in, let's say. Who can see this? So you can do it to everyone, or you can do it to members and newsletter subscribers. I always like to do a bit of testing. If I was to do a promotion, I would do 2. So I'd do 1 for everybody and 1 for the members. So you just basically double up on it. When I mean double up on it, once you've saved this, go in and set up again, but just do the opposite. So this will just go out to members and newsletter subscribers. So it'll go out on all the emails, go out to members of booking.com, which is really cool. How long do guests need to stay to use this promotion? So you can do anything from 2 to 7. So in November, we're more just concentrated on getting heads on beds. So let's just say 2 nights. How much discount do you want to give them? If they come and stay 2 nights, 10% discount is good by me, just on the standard rate, not on the refundable rate. So if I was to do the non-refundable, I'll be getting a 10% non-refundable and then another 10%. And that's when it starts to get a little bit crazy. That's 35%. That's silly. So you can do it just on your standard rate, so it matches up with a non-refundable, which is cool. And again, the other bit I like is that you can just choose your room. So if you just want to get rid of one of the rooms that doesn't really sell that much, or if it was one of your cheaper rooms that you can just easily get in and clean and there's not much cost related, so let's just do a couple of these just as the example. And then when can guests stay using the discounted rate? So I've called it November, so I'm going to do it for the whole of November. And again, if you didn't want to do Saturdays, if you don't include weekends, but to be honest, November at our property does start to die down a bit, so want to be getting the guys in. Activate promotion, done. So they will only be able to book this at least 30 days before the 1st of November. So between now and the 1st of October, just to get their heads on beds, get the bookings start coming in, they'll be able to book this. And then you've got different types of promotions that you can do. Okay, so that is the promotion. Next, I want to talk about the, let's go here, Genius program. Now, Genius has had a lot of attention recently, and it's probably one of the main reasons why my blog got so much traffic when I first promoted it. It's because the Genius program, up until the 1st of August 2017, was just a no-brainer. You could be part of the Genius program, which meant that you would have got more visibility, more in the search results, which is great for a new property, or just a property that's trying to get attention in an area where there's so many other properties around. Because what it does is that to be a Genius member, you've got to book on booking.com regularly. So if you, as a guest, stay a lot of places and you book a lot of times with booking.com, you become a Genius member. So it's just like a loyalty program. And when you're a loyalty guest, you get to have perks, and you get to, as a hotelier, offer these perks to people. So in the past, you could just give them free Wi-Fi. Everybody does free Wi-Fi nowadays anyway. You could offer earlier check-in, earlier check-out, a welcome drink on arrival, and you didn't have to give any money off. But that changed as of the 1st of August, where they, as you can see here, you got to give a guest 10% discount off the stay to be part of the Genius program. So if you're doing a non-refundable rate and you're doing a Genius program and you got to give them commission and you're doing special offers, this soon starts to add up, and it will just basically cannibalize your profits. So it's something that you really, really, really got to think about. You got to think about what type of guest are you wanting to attract to your property. Are you wanting to get someone that would more likely go for a Genius program, or do you just want the guest just to get in, get out, and just keep that returning basis going? It really is up to you. In my opinion, the Genius program was good up until they made it mandatory that you had to give your guests 10% discount. Now I've taken all of our properties off it, and I'm going more onto this, which I will show you in a second. So it's called the Preferred Partner Program. So what is a Preferred Partner Program? They only allow a limited amount of people on it, booking.com, but what it means is that it will almost guarantee you to be in the top 10 of the search results at any given time, maybe top 20. But again, in a location where, and for us, being based out of town, it is essential because we don't naturally come up on those search results for Scarborough, because obviously when people are searching Scarborough, it's Scarborough Town Centre when they're doing like a sort of vague search. So for us, it's essential because it just draws attention out to our village. But for other properties, doesn't matter where you are in the world, where if you're new or getting started or just want to have that extra exposure, the Preferred Partner Program is something that you need to look at. So there are some stipulations. You've got to have a certain amount of a review score, and you've got to have been with them for a certain amount of time. They've got a little algorithm that they create. But when you qualify for it, if you want to go for the Preferred Partner Program, you get this thumbs up here. So it stands out saying this property is agreed to be part of our Preferred Partner Program, which groups together properties that stand out because of their excellent service, quality, price ratio with a competitive prices. Participation in the program requires to meet in a specific set of criteria and takes feedback from previous guests into account. Bit long-winded. It just means it's looking at your reviews and it's looking for how long that you've been with them for. You've got to also as well make sure that you have boxed off over 90%, I believe it is, of your profile. So it just means you've got to have all your pictures and tags in place, which you can normally see here. So property page score, it's got to be over like 90%, I believe it is. So it's really easy to get, but normally people go for it because of this one thing. Basically, to be part of the Preferred Partner Program, you need to up your commission from 15% to 18%. So that's an extra 3%. So some people think, well, why would I want to do that? Yeah, there's the initial hit, but B, again, comparing to the Genius program, comparing to all others, for us and for the granary, the preferred partner program was a no-brainer, because we are just getting so much more visibility. Now, our outlook on booking.com at the property at the granary is that the first booking, yeah, we can take that hit on getting that first booker in. So for us, like 28% or 18% of the first additional booking for commission going to booking.com, that's fair, because we know that we will get them back. And when they come back and stay with us again, through the work that we do after the stay, through email marketing, social media, through our mail out that we do at Christmas, is that when that guest comes back and stay next year, and we've got a very high returning rate of guests, that will be 100% ours. There will be no commission going to anybody. So yeah, we take the hit on the first booking, but we know that we'll get them back again. So for us, investing in something like booking.com and in going down the routes of looking at the preferred partner program, looking at non-refundable rates, looking at special offers to get more visibility, just makes so much sense. Now, it may be different for you. You maybe only have to feature on maybe one of the products that they offer. It could be preferred partner program or non-refundable rates or Genius program. You might not be able to do any. You might just have to just rely on just your photos and your imagery and responding to reviews to get seen, which is fine. But what I'm saying is, you've got to look at what's best for you. You've got to judge it on what your property is. You've got to look at your location. You've got to look at the type of guests that are coming through your door. You've got to look at what you're doing after the stay to see if you can get those guys to come back. But if you do these things right, and if you look at booking.com in a different light, then it can be very, very, very profitable for you, and a very good marketing tool. Now, finally, I just want to show you the last thing that you can do to get the most out of booking.com, and it's regarding prices. So one of the toughest things that I found when I came into hospitality was thinking, well, what should I be charging? What is the room rate? What's the going room rate? And in the past, I was literally just guessing. I would just go on to here. We'd look at what our room rates were for the last year, and we'd just up it by £1, every year. And that was it. And that's how we did our prices. It worked for a certain amount of time, but a lot of the times I felt that we weren't making enough money for our rooms. So they've got this thing, booking.com. You can access it by booking suite. It's called Rate Manager. What it basically does is it lets you know what your room rates should be, and it takes the whole area. So if you're based in Scarborough, which we are, it takes the whole of Scarborough, and it just lets you, and it looks at the year ahead, and it will tell you exactly what room rate you should be charging based on the average of everybody else on booking.com. And it also takes into effect special events. So if there is a bank holiday coming up, or if there is a big music act in town, or if it's summer holidays, or if it's Christmas, it will tell you to adjust the rates accordingly, because it will see what everybody else is doing and when everybody else's downtime is. It's a very clever tool, booking.com. It knows a lot about a lot of properties. So it has just helped me figure out what we should be charging throughout the year, because I like to adjust our rates accordingly. I'm a big believer in not setting and forgetting. I like to adjust and amend as we go. So again, you can find that by going into the back office, and you've got Rate Manager, which is right here. If you're thinking, well, what are these? Pulse is an app, so you can have it on your phone. Webdirect, if you've got a crappy website, and if you've only got a couple of rooms, and you don't want to spend loads on a new website, Webdirect is ideal for you. You don't have to pay full rate. I think it's like 10% commission. It is 10% commission, sorry. That's it if someone books via your website. But you do get a cool looking website which works well on mobiles, which works well on desktops, and if, like I say, if you've only got 2 or 3 rooms and you don't want to be spending hundreds and hundreds on a brand new website, look at Webdirect, because it would work quite well. And Web Booster is, you can ignore that. It's just a bit of fluff and guff just to get some more money from Booking.com. So we've figured out, we've concentrated, and we've talked about a lot here. Like I say, if you want to go into detail on anything else, you can find it on the website Boostly. Look at Booking.com, how to get the most out of it. If you've got any questions, please let me know. You can contact me at mark@Boostly, or you can reach me on Facebook, or you can just get into contact via the website. Go to boostly.co.uk, click on Contact Us. Thanks for watching. I hope this has helped. Go forth, sort your photos, your descriptions, have a look at what Booking.com has to offer. End of the day, focus on which marketing channels are working for you, and if this is bringing in bookings at the moment, double down and focus on that. Thank you very much.